Hello, hey beautiful people, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping by to watch this video. Feel free to hit on that subscribe button. You can give this video a big thumbs up. You can also share this video with anybody that you think would like it, would be interested. Also, you can also drop a comment so that we can interact. You can leave your thoughts on what you think, regarding what I'm going to be talking about. Okay, thank you so much. So now let's get into the video. Today, I'm going to be talking about therapy, and to be specific, I want to talk about psychotherapy or talk therapy. And one would wonder, what kind of therapy is this? This is a way of getting help for different mental illnesses or emotional difficulties. Yeah, and the main reason why I want to talk about this is because we've come to realize that very many people are suffering emotionally. And at times we take this for granted. Like, we don't really think that, it's an illness or it's a mental illness or what. Like, we really personally, growing up and the kind of community that I've been brought up into, the kind of community, and to be specific, I'm not judging, I'm not being what I stand to be corrected, especially the Black community. Like, when we think of therapy, when you talk to somebody about therapy, they're like, what are you talking about? Am I going to go and sit down, talk to somebody about my issues? No way, I don't need help. So this is what I want to talk about, because I believe most of us have traumas. It could be childhood trauma, in the process of growing up. Some people have been bullied, some people have been mistreated psychologically, emotionally, physically. And as we are growing up, as we are evolving, we tend to grow up based on what we've gone through. Like, one would say we are outcomes of our surroundings or our environment. And what makes up our environment is also how we have been treated within us, the different things, the different physical things that we have gone through. So basically, this talk therapy is you or me, is anybody seeking out help from a professional, where you go to a therapist, a certified therapist, a professional therapist, because there are very many across the world. You sit through, talk about the different issues that you're going through, basically pour out and find solutions to tackle this. But for the longest of time, we've been ignoring this, and we've grown up in a society, to be specific, the African society, the Black society, because personally I'm Black, I'm African. We've grown up where if you have a problem, maybe the only thing we're going to run to is church, because most of us have grown up in religious, in religious families. We have the religious norms. You're like, oh yeah, you can go to church, they can pray for you. Oh, pray to God, God's grace, may God guide you. Imagine you've been battling with, let's say, you were emotionally abused as a kid. Could be you were beaten or insulted or thrown at bad words, abused, and then you end up growing up into this broken person. And once you try to figure out what's happening, somebody will be like, what, may the grace of God be upon you. Yeah, don't worry, just pray about it, you're gonna be fine. But I think we need more than that. As we are praying, as we are, reading something, sometimes these days, on online, there are so many, different people are posting about these things where they're like, oh, to encourage ourselves. At times, we need the extra help. We need the extra help to seek out to these professionals. And the beauty of this generation right now is there are platforms that have free therapy. An example is YouTube. There are therapists all over YouTube. There are people that are hosting therapists where you can actually get the knowledge, you can get the help that you need. But we tend to ignore this a lot, which I think should come to an end. We are in 2023. The world is changing. As human beings, we actually inherit some things. Could be stress, could be a habit that is not good. I'm going to use an example of maybe drunkenness. If you're addicted to drinking, most times if you look through, you'll see maybe your dad or your mom was a drunkard, okay, was addicted to drinking, your grandfather, your great person. So it's like, some people find it like it's normal. You know, it's normal. Yeah, this is our family thing. There are actually people that are proud of it. They're like, yeah, you know, this is our family thing. My mom was like this. My uncle was like this. My grandfather was this. My great grandfather was like this. But people, we need help. You know, we need to be the ones that say an end to this. I'm not saying drinking is bad. It's just an example. I'm not saying it's bad. But there are certain addictions. There are certain habits that we carry in us that could be harmful to society. You might have something that you're harming somebody else without knowing, or even you're harming yourself. You know, most times people are like, no, you know, like the ego tends to take over. You're like, what are you talking about? How am I going to waste my money talking to this person, you know, pouring out my issues, doing what? No, I'll figure that out. I'll figure this out. I'll do this. But in the end, we end up breaking ourselves, killing ourselves, which shouldn't be happening. We deserve better. You know, we deserve to be happy. We deserve to be healthy. Because, you know, once you're broken and you're not finding a solution, stress will come up. Heart diseases will come up. Different diseases will come up. Let me give an example of poverty. You know, very many people are suffering from poverty because of mental illnesses. You know, because of some of the things, like you could be a person who has grown up in a home that is struggling, and you end up, you're also struggling. You know, you look at, you become a parent, you're looking at your children, you're struggling, and you wonder what is happening. What family disease is this? Is it a family disease? Is it a what? But sometimes we just need that extra help. You know, as we are praying, as we are fasting, praying to God, praying to Allah, praying to who, you know, we also need help. You know, you will find, like, for you to become a better person, you know, to become somebody new, like to become a better person, to perform well, you know, to open up your mind, you may need to seek therapy to find out what is the root cause of this. Why am I like this? Why do I tend to follow a certain direction? What triggers me, you know? What leads me to act out this way? Where am I a bully? You know, when you're a bully, you don't really accept that you're a bully. But if you find that almost everyone is telling you, that one is a bully, everyone is avoiding you, you know, you need to sit through and you're like, okay, why is this happening to me? And the funny thing is, you're not going to figure this out on your own unless, unless, yes, you figure it out. But usually we need that help. You know, we need that help maybe from a therapist where you're going to sit through, you know, you're like, okay, I had okay, now this is what is done in therapy. Okay, tell me what happened to you, how when you were growing up, you know, how was your home, how was this one? You get, so you find the root cause of what is causing this. And I don't know, I feel like we really don't think about, like, we don't pay attention to our mental illnesses. We tend to take life as is, you know. We're like, yeah, let me just go with the flow, whatever happens, you know, whatever comes by, you know, I'll just handle it. But sometimes, actually most times, not sometimes, we need help. We seriously need help. I want to even give an example of most women, because I'm female, I'm a woman. You find that a woman is gonna get into marriage or into a relationship, and there are certain behaviors. Let's say the husband is violent, domestic violence. Because before you were getting married, maybe your grandmother told you, you know what, my daughter, we are giving you away. Make sure you don't leave your home. If the man beats you, just stay there. You're like, yes, beat me here, beat me there. I am here. I'm going to cook for you. I'm going to do out. Forgetting that you too have to stand up for yourself, you know? Forgetting that maybe there's something that you need. You could go for counseling, you know, you could go for therapy. You and your spouse could go for therapy, other than you just sitting, bearing. You know how you're just bearing? You're like, yes, how do they call it? Like, what? I'm being submissive, it's okay. What? But some of these things have to end. It has to come to an end, not just to the women, even to the men. We all need therapy. We all need to get rid of all of it's like a toxin, it's like a cancer. We all need to get rid of these, these habits, all these emotions, these mental illnesses that lead us to act in a certain way, in a bad way, in a negative way, in a way that we're not supposed to be acting, in a way that is not going to help us reach to our goals, in a way that's going to lower our performances in our jobs, in our careers, in our families, with our friends, in friendships, in relationships. Like, we need to, I believe therapy is something that should be taught even from an early age. To children, you'll find a child and a parent is so violent towards this child. Not just physical, that you're hitting the child or beating, even emotionally. You know how you wake up, your baby does something, you're like, hey, you're just so stupid. Why did you pour that water? That is not good. Hey, what's wrong with your pie? You give a slap. Or look at her, she has a very big head. What do you think this is going to cause to the children? And sometimes we act out this way without thinking about it. Usually, later on is when you're going to think, you'll be like, oh my God, what did I just do? Why did I say this to the baby? Why did I say this to the child? It was a simple mistake. But in that moment, you can't control it. But I believe that if somebody sought help, if you went and sought help, with the different things that we are doing, with the affirmations, with praying, with encouraging each other, sometimes we need to find the deep root. We need to find, okay, what is causing this? What triggers this? How can I control this? How can I stop this? Because if we are better, even the generation after us is going to be better. Even the generation after that one is going to be better. That is why most times when we are working, you're not working for your children. You're working for their children, for your grandchildren. Because we want to make all the generations to be better than us. So if we get help, if I got help, I'm going to be good to my children, to their generation. They'll also know how to be good, to the other generation. So that whatever inheritance we are leaving our offsprings is a good inheritance. You get it? We don't want them to get all this bad energy, all these bad vibes, And in the end, they'll be like, oh, my grandmother was like this. Oh, it's upon me. So, yeah, basically, that's what I wanted to talk about. I know I've not really, tackled into details or what, but I believe I just wanted to bring the awareness. I felt like maybe I would use my platform to bring out this awareness. You can feel free to, to drop a comment in the comment section. Maybe we can talk about this. Maybe somebody has an idea. Maybe I stand to be corrected, or what I'm saying is false or wrong. Yeah, there could be somebody that might read and might want to read this and, find a solution. Yes, but what I wanted to say is we need help. We all need help. Mental help. I think almost everyone has mental illnesses, because everybody that you talk to will be like, why I'm like that? When I was young, this and this happened to me. When I was 12 years old, this and this happened to me. That's why I'm like that. Why are you like that? Why are you still living in the past and yet we are in the future? We need to learn how to live in the future. We shouldn't let the past make us who we are. We shouldn't live by the past. We're supposed to live by the future, by us. We're supposed to be creating our future in any case. Not to be held up by the traumas, by the problems we went through. Yes. Okay, beautiful people. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna end this video here because I don't want to talk forever. I might even be saying nonsense or what. Yes, but I'm going to be ending the video here. If you've watched my video up until this time, thank you so much. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. You can give this video a big thumbs up. You can share this video with anybody. Don't forget to, leave those comments. We can discuss more about this, talk more about this, learn from one another. Thank you. Don't forget to visit some of these sites that have help in case you need help. There are different platforms. It's just a matter of you typing this and this, whatever the situation is, whatever you're going through, you just type it out and something will come through. Otherwise, I wish you all the best, sending out all the positivity, blessings. Thank you so much. Bye bye.